What's up guys, Tim Little here with TacticalBassin. I got my buddy Wes's boat here for about an hour and a half before he's gonna meet me at the ramp. I'll pick him up. So put the boat in the water, I'm heading out. Looks like the water's really murky. I know they got a lot of rain here in the last few days, about 7 inches. So gonna go out here on the lake for about an hour and a half and see if I can find him. Let's go have some fun.
Never give up on a snag. I was hung up, popping it, shaking it. This fat little, I don't know, 1 3/4 spot. Ate it off of it. Thanks, bud. All right, guys, it's been a fairly productive about an hour and a half. My buddy Wes just called and he's gonna meet me at the ramp, so I'm gonna go pick him up. But real quick, I wanna kind of put my thought process on camera for you guys. You know, why I picked where I started and why I fished the way I did. So when I launched the boat, I noticed that the water was really muddy. I know this region last week got about 7 inches of rain, so I knew that that might play, you know, have something to do with where the fish were going to be in position and those sort of things. But this has 2 river channels coming into this reservoir, so I picked one of the river arms, and I was watching the bank, and there was a certain part of the bank where it was just kind of do nothing, mud, sand, do nothing, and all of a sudden it was just a rock, just a clear as day, just a transition from mud to sand, you know, and then to rock, like shale rock, kind of like this stuff up here. And it also had shade on it. You know, most of the lake doesn't have shade on it, and it was a pretty sheer wall, you know, 4 or 5 feet off the wall. You're in 15, 20 feet. So I started right there. And I picked that for 3 reasons. Number 1 was the transition between the surface types, and number 2 was the shade. I figured that maybe I could get more of a reaction bite in the shade. And number 3, I forgot my buff, so the shade's nice. I don't necessarily want to fry my skin today, but as you can see, paid off fairly well. I caught a lot of fish, probably, I don't know, 15 or so. Had 2 that were probably around 1.75 pounds, pushing 2 pounds, spots. I did catch 1 smallie. But another reason that I picked where I did to start, besides those 3 key reasons, was the fact that this is a river arm, and I knew with the water being dingy that there was some kind of current coming from the river. And I started on that wall over there, the shade wall. As soon as I got out of the shade, I didn't get a bite. As soon as I got back into the shade, I got bit again. And jumped over here to this wall, and same thing. You got sun all around, and you got this shade on this wall here. Another great reason to fish this wall, or a wall like this, is the current break. You know, this is a river, like I said, and you could see coming down the river channel, it's going to come right along this point over here. I'll show you in some drone shots, but comes right along the point, and it's going to hit right on this wall, right about where the shade starts, and the current's going to continue down this way, and it's going to go right into the wall where I started. So you can kind of see my thought process of why I picked where I did. You got current, you got shade, you got hard bottom, and it's worked fairly well. So pretty short timeout, hour and a half or so. I caught a bunch of fish, and that was my thought process. You could see that I was switching between about 4 different baits. I started off throwing a topwater, big topwater bait, nothing on that, and then I picked up that little squarebill. Little squarebill that goes about 3 to 4 feet, and that's what I caught the majority of the fish on. I did catch 1 decent one on a deep diving crankbait, and I saw a lot of fish on the graph, a lot of fish in the 15, 20, 30, 40 foot range that I tried dropping a spoon on, and just didn't work. So the fish are there. I know where they're at, and on that first wall that I started, there's about 3 spots where when I caught fish, schools came up from the bottom. So I took mental notes of where that happened. Remember, guys, pay attention to everything that happens on the water. You know, there was some key pieces of structure up on the bank, so now I can go right back to where those fish were sitting. 2 of them were on 2 big stumps, and the other one was like a fallen tree coming down. So anyways, pay attention, you know, to all your surroundings when you're fishing. That way you can go right back to that spot without having to waypoint or anything, and try and catch those schools. All right, guys, so short little session, but hope you guys learned something, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one, guys.
Today I'm going to tell you about mine. This fish, 17.2 pounds, 29.5 inches long, 27 3/4 inches around. She's massive.
You know, when you go on to Tackle Warehouse and you look at swim baits, soft swim baits, there are so many choices. So today I want to give you my top 3 for someone that's interested in getting and out on the water and throwing some paddle tails. So my number 1 pick right off the bat would be the hollow body 6-inch bass. Have a good one, guys.